Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out redzonecoins.com for cheap and fast coins. You can use code ZERK for 10% off at checkout. Get 1,000,000 coins for $45.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today we have got some info regarding the Madden 21 beta. Now, in case you guys didn't know, the beta is coming out tonight. I'm not sure exactly what time you guys are seeing this video, probably around 7 p.m. Eastern time, probably somewhere around there. The beta codes are going to be sent out between 8 p.m. Eastern time and 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys did sign up on that one link, I know it was a couple of weeks ago at this point, I believe the last day to sign up was like the 22nd or something like that. I know I mentioned it in multiple videos. I tweeted out the link multiple times, and I also put the links in the comment sections, multiple videos. So if you guys missed out, you need to have your notifications on because I mentioned it multiple times on how to sign up for the beta. But I do want to give a shout out to Cannon Carlson for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shouted out in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below Noti Gang. A big shout out to all you guys who have notification on. And I do want to mention that I did just upload a no money spent video, and I know that with me uploading this video, with the way the YouTube works, that one's probably not going to be pushed as much now. So if you want to check that video out, I would definitely appreciate it. But let's get into this news about the Madden 21 beta. There's a lot of questions that were actually answered before the beta even came out, so make sure you guys check your emails tonight between 8 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you check, the spam folders, everything on your email. If you signed up, make sure to check that email. But there are actually multiple ways to go ahead and get a code. So where can I get a code? Good news, each player who signed up through our Good Morning Madden registration link in June were sent codes, which I guess this article wasn't supposed to be posted until maybe after it was already announced, but it is already posted now because it says were sent, and obviously we don't have the codes yet. In addition, nearly all competitors who earned MCS points last year also received a code to their MCS email address, plus the top 10,000 Ultimate Team and franchise players by actual play time were also invited to participate. So if you guys played franchise a lot, if you guys played Ultimate Team a lot, then you should have a code in your email. Now, if you're not on the list, there will be a chance to get a code through social media, including Madden channels, developers, influencers, creators, athletes, NFL teams, and more. I definitely would make sure you guys follow a ton of people over on Twitter, NFL athletes, NFL teams, myself included. I probably will not have any extra codes for you guys unless for some reason I get extra codes in my email, but I'm gonna bet the EA will not be sending me extra codes, so don't be expecting to get some from me because I don't think I'll have any unless someone hits me up and says, hey, I have some extra codes. Then I'll see what I can do for you guys. But as you guys can see, when does the Madden NFL 21 closed beta begin and end? On today at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, it does begin, and it will end Sunday, July 5th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. So one main thing about this, of course, and you guys should know this as well, please do not, if we scroll up right here, you guys can see right here, as a reminder, do not record, stream, photograph, or otherwise capture any part of this closed beta, or you'll be removed from the closed beta. I know a lot of people have been telling content creators, if you just record the beta and then upload after the beta, what are they going to do? Well, what they're going to do is take down your video and give you a strike. So absolutely not. I will not be recording anything to do with this. I don't recommend that you guys do either uploading videos or posting it on Twitter, wherever. If you do so, you're more than likely going to end up getting removed from the beta and maybe getting a copyright or something. I know you can get like DMCAs over on Twitter, and your Twitter account can get like suspended, so don't try it. Now, a lot of people were asking, are we going to have Ultimate Team or are we going to have franchise? What's going to be in the beta? I never expected Ultimate Team, but you guys can see the main focus of the Madden NFL 21 closed beta is to collect your feedback on the gameplay features and mechanics. You'll be able to play online head-to-head and play now with 4 different NFL teams: the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Bucks, and the Falcons. So it looks like there's going to be no franchise, but to be honest with you, this is kind of how it should be. I think franchise could be involved in this, but the main focus of this obviously is going to be about making the gameplay as good as it possibly can be. I think that the gameplay from the Madden 20 beta heading into Madden 20, it changed a little bit. Not really a ton, honestly. It kind of felt like the beta. There were some slight changes, though. Can you record, stream, photograph, or capture any part of the beta? No, you cannot record, stream, photograph, or capture any part of the beta. If you do so, you're moved from the Madden NFL 21 closed beta. Now, I believe that content creators and everyone can share their feedback elsewhere, so I believe that I can make a video going over my feedback, but I obviously will not be able to go ahead and showcase for you guys any sort of video footage of the actual beta, but I'm pretty sure I can tell you guys exactly how I feel about the game. So definitely expect to see a video from me probably tomorrow going over my first feedback thoughts, my first thoughts on the game in general. And you can also provide feedback on the beta forums, which 110%, guys, please, if you play the beta, although, yes, I'm going to also be making a video going over my thoughts, I am also going to be taking that feedback and putting it right into the beta once I have played a ton of games. Once the beta comes to a close, I will go ahead and submit my final feedback, the way I can play enough games, get enough games in, and kind of figure out what I think is wrong with the game, what needs to be patched, whatever. Make sure you guys are using the forums. Also, we come in here to the Madden 21 beta forums. Now, funny enough, there actually was some things in here. There were some things in here anyways. I believe it was actually from like the developers of the game. There was probably about like 20 posts or so the last time that I actually checked back on the beta forums before they announced that the beta was going to be kind of just postponed for some reason. So it looks like EA went ahead and actually just removed everything. They want it to be strictly the consumer's feedback. Now, of course, when we take a look back at the Madden NFL 20 beta, you can see right here, guys, there was 2,500 things. And taking a look here, what was actually like the biggest things for Madden 20, which is just kind of interesting to take a look at. You can see the pass rush is a little too crazy, which absolutely pass rush is ridiculous. You can see that's actually two of the top things with 919 votes and 702 votes is the pass rush. And I think throughout the entire year, pass rushers, especially with abilities, of course, were completely overpowered. The offensive lineman abilities really did nothing to counter them, and obviously I don't feel like anyone really used offensive lineman abilities. More than likely used one quarterback, a running back, and then a wide receiver, unless you were someone that was just extremely run heavy in Madden 20, then maybe you used it on like two offensive linemen and your running back, or two running backs and an offensive lineman. I know people that literally run the ball every single game, and they do stuff like that. Coverage AI is still broken. Absolutely, I think this was something that didn't really change a ton, but I will note that from the beta to Madden 20, I feel like the coverage, the zone coverage anyways, was actually a little bit better. Like from the beta to 20, which is saying something because honestly, zones this year were not really good, but in the beta, they were honestly so terrible in Madden 20. You could literally throw the ball right at a cornerback and they just would not react at all. And especially if you ran the RPO stretch alert with just the stretch and then the slant. So easy, just non-stop throw to the X receiver over there because no matter what, that linebacker was never going to make a play. And then, of course, the top two concerns that people had are not really concerns, but just feedback in general because runs very smooth. Now, little did we know that runs very smooth really meant runs all day, because that's all what anybody did. So you can see the gameplay in terms of the running didn't change at all this year. They never really did anything to make runs not as good. I think that in general, this isn't necessarily about like how overpowered they were, more so just about how smooth it is. And I feel like it was pretty good. And then also the hottest idea, although it has less votes and the run's very smooth, was quarterback releases are too slow, which absolutely again this year, that is kind of another reason that I feel like mobile quarterbacks here in Escape Artist was so needed because of how good the pass rush is. If your quarterback's release are just too slow, if the pass rush is coming in, even if you have an open receiver, if you can't scramble and use dashing deadeye or just scramble in general to make the throw, if you're standing in the pocket to throw even like a 5-yard route this year, your quarterback still has to cock back to throw it instead of just zipping it out. So that's one thing that I'm very curious to see in the Madden 21 beta, how that does work, because they did already announce that there are some mechanics in Madden 21 to kind of go with that, when you're getting hit and you can still throw the ball, which is kind of like the last ditch ability in Madden 20, but I'm very curious to see how it's going to go. So let me know down below what you guys think about this, and be on the lookout for the beta. Make sure you guys are checking your email between 8 to 8:30, and make sure you guys are playing the game as much as you possibly can. Leave some good feedback. We want to make this game as good as we possibly can, and hopefully just make it a more balanced game. You know, if the running game is really bad, which I don't expect it to be at all, I think running's still going to be pretty OP, make sure to let them know, because as much as we hate running in Madden 20, if it's Madden 21, maybe we want to make it a little bit more balanced, tell them everything we want to know, and I definitely will be putting out a video tomorrow morning. If we can go ahead and release some feedback, which I believe we can, I will be making a video tomorrow morning for you guys going over my initial thoughts and feedback on the Madden 21 beta. And then, of course, once I have actually played more games, I'll let you guys know and updated feedback on that. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. And if you did, make sure you guys drop a like on the video and, of course, hit that sub button down below. I'll see you guys next time.